this is your old granddad. At lunch today, we were talking and subject came up of my first solo cross-country flight in an airplane. And your mom thought it'd be a nice story to tell to you. And what happened, I got out to the flight line at Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix, and this was the summer of 1944. I had just turned 18. And the airplane was sitting on the flight line, it was idling, and my instructor said, "Get in, she's ready to go." And we'd been trained to always check the gas tank and check the oil to make sure that the fuel levels were correct, but I didn't do it that day because the instructor said, "It's okay to go." So I got in the plane and took off and headed from Phoenix down to Tucson. And I was in a Piper J3 Cub, which has a cruising speed of about 65 miles an hour, so it was about an hour and a half flight. And I got halfway down to Tucson and ran out of gas. And when you're sitting around a couple of thousand feet in a Piper Cub and have no gas, that means you've got to land. And we've been trained to always have a forced landing spot fixed when we were flying. And I had a field picked out, so when the engine kicked out, well, I just circle around and land in this field. However, I forgot to notice where I was. So here I was out in the middle of the desert in a dried up wheat field. And I started looking around and couldn't see any roads going out of it. And there was no cow skeleton off to the side of the road, so on the side of the field, so I pulled the jawbone off the old cow skeleton and brought it home and kept it as a souvenir. And another person in our group was flying down at the same time, and they saw me sitting in the field. So they got down to Tucson where they got a truck and they came out to see why I was sitting there. And we siphoned some gas out of the truck that came out and put it in the plane, and I flew on down to Tucson. In the meantime, the people in Phoenix were sort of worried because they didn't know what happened to their airplane. And the instructor really caught hell for letting me get out without enough gas. And that's pretty much the story. It was a fun day, and I still have the old jawbone. It says first cross country, first forced landing, October 13th, 1944.
Wow.
That's better than I expected.